What's up guys and how's it going? I'm Ashley from Anime AF and I guess I have a co-host today, so this is Small Cat. She'll be joining us today. First, I would like to thank everyone who helped me get to this point, helped me make this decision to actually make a YouTube. I definitely would not have done this without all of the support and awesome comments and everything I've gotten from everyone along the way. God, I need to stop saying Okay. So since this is the very beginning of our channel, I wanted to take this time to actually walk you guys through everything that I use and need for a glass painting. How do we start glass painting? So let's talk paint. I personally like to use Liquitex basic acrylics. If you have a brand of paint that you prefer, please list it in the comments below so that I can take a look at that and maybe I can get a few different paints going on and we can see a couple different comparisons. Next item, palette. Need something to mix your paint on. It doesn't really matter what you use. I literally have 7. Something to outline. The thing that you use to outline will really dictate how your piece is gonna look in the end. And I can definitely delve more into that in a different video. Just for the sake of keeping this video a little bit shorter, I personally like to use the Sharpie Extra Fine oil-based paint pen. I'm going to say oil-based twice because that is actually very important. Especially with the material that I use to paint on, I actually prefer to use acrylic over actual glass. I choose that for several different reasons, and again, I can go more into that in a different video comparing the different materials. For everything that I personally use, I find using Wonderlick's plexiglass is one of the best products. I have that listed below, so make sure you check that out. They don't scratch. The Sharpies that are recommended go on awesome. It's great. You're going to need a printer. Now, if you are using your iPad, you're confident that you can put the plexiglass or your glass on top of that, then that's fine. I personally use a printer. Biggest thing I can mention, please do not forget this. You need to invert your image before you print. Don't invert it. Important details like scars or birthmarks will be on the complete wrong side. Do yourself a service, make sure you invert your image. Brushes. Personally, I like to use thin brushes, but it really depends on the size of the details that you're painting, and if you don't have any thin brushes, you can also make your own thin brushes. I have a few different paint brushes that I use, one of which all the bristles are taped down to make it ultra fine. I did buy a new brush set recently and absolutely love it, listed below. And the last thing that you're gonna have with you when you are starting your glass painting is something to help you clean up. You might not think this is important, but paint and Sharpie all dries very quickly. So the faster that you fix your mistakes, the better. If you're using the plexiglass or the acrylic, I cannot stress this enough, use alcohol or Windex. Do not use nail polish remover. I personally like to use alcohol, so I have a few Q-tips, some toothpicks, and some alcohol set up with me that I will use to clean up my paint or to clean up my lines. That is now everything that you will need to start a glass painting if this is your first time and you actually wanted to explore this route. Our co-host left on us. I can't believe this. Alright, we'll find one to come and say bye. I found one. No, this is not Small Cat. This is actually Riza, but she's here to say goodbye. So thank you guys for joining in our first YouTube video. Say bye, beings. Bye.